What's going on, guys? Matt here, and welcome back to another episode of What If Ming Didn't Exist. Right now we're looking at the Taiyan Shui, the Huanan, the Xuanhua, and Manchu are the big four in the region. We've got Uchi and Japan fighting each other, Russia trying to push over, taking land via colonialism, Transoxiana holding their own over here, the Timurids holding their own, India still feudal, still fighting amongst themselves. This whole area has been united under Ayutthaya. And we've got the Ottomans who have pushed into Europe, and Russia and pretty much just expanded everywhere. Spain is losing its Napoli holdings. France still worried about Burgundy. Great Britain has been formed. Sweden and Denmark fighting. Poland taking some of Hungary right then, but we're going back over to the Asia area. Let's take a quick look in the Americas. We got California and Cascadia. We got Newfoundland, pretty big. Florida's pretty big. Spanish Louisiana, New Castile, New Granada, French Colombia, Castilian Brazil, Portuguese Peru, Rio de Prata. So yeah, the Europeans are making their way over to the Americas. Got a bunch of separatists. Oryat occupying all of Mongolia. Except for one little point, Oryat trying to get back its once mighty name, Manchu owning all of it, and then the Ottomans still owning just this one random tile from in just the middle of Asia. Just no reasoning why. They wanted to. Nagichao is pretty much just coastal raiding at this point, trying to take what they can. The Ottomans own another little point here. Looks like Hong Kong-ish area. No one's made it to Taiwan yet to take it over. I think this is Taiwan. Delhi is getting pretty big, kind of expanding out. They might soon try to rival Taishu. Oryat fully annexing Mongolia, so now they're back. Jianji is a little bit weaker now, so Oryat might be able to take them and then maybe try to get some sort of an alliance with Russia, who is just steadily cutting everybody off from the north. It came around this way. Would work. If Russia came and started taking all this, they could form their modern day, or not their modern day, but their World War II holdings. Because there they go. They took a lot of Sweden. Holy crap, doing what Stalin never could. Successful invasion of Finland and Sweden and all that. Denmark losing most of Denmark to the Netherlands. Norway owning one little province and Iceland over there. Ottomans trying to find where they belong. There go the Ottomans again. They're actually colonizing in what I call Taiwan. They've colonized up here. Colonized what I think is Hong Kong. Great Britain taking some of this island down here. So yeah, we're having to deal with Europeans coming into the fray now. Terra Australia, Spain getting a hold on most of Australia. Spain is a really big powerhouse in this game, apparently. Not the game in general, but this playthrough. And a big war just broke out. Huanhui and Manchu at war. Huanan joining in. Huanan might be able to expand its Korean holdings. Huanhui taking some of Manchu if they can. If not, Manchu's going to get a big chunk of this Chinese front here, and that's gonna secure their area for the next Ming. Would be cool if the Ottomans or like Great Britain came in and became the new Ming. That'd be pretty funny. Most of the time in my playthroughs, I can forget that you can actually like buy tiles from other places, and then just declare war, like stack units and declare war and just conquer that area. But I forget that I can do that sometimes in this game, so I'll just end up trying to land march everybody. Or just taking stuff that I personally want, like not strategic value. I'm just like, ooh, this would be cool to have. Oryat losing out to some separatists, the Khalkha. Kazakh losing out to some Chagatai separatists. Russia's still expanding through Siberia. Haven't been able to push through completely through the Balkans yet. Riga owning some. The Papal State still alive, but just barely. Norway taking back most a part of Denmark. Mecklenburg owning a lot. Sweden's back, so Russia could go back after them. Scotland's a one-island nation. Sistan, the Timurids are imploding. Ottomans look to be holding their own. The Mamluks are completely gone. Japan still fighting separatists. Uchi might have a chance to go in and take more of Japan if they struck an opportunity. A bunch of separatists here. And yep, there goes the peace deal. Yeah, Huan An took more of the Korean peninsula. Now they are really, really powerful in that area. And Huan Hui took a lot of this area in Korchin. I don't remember if they were there or not. But either way. These guys are being occupied by the Shu. Where are the Shu? Isn't that... yeah, these guys. Holy crap. This is one little tiny nation. Managed to get all the way over there. They're going to eat them eventually. Once they eat them, they'll have all of this region, because Shu's pretty much surrounded by them. There goes Russia with a name or a font fix, so it's bigger now. And Kazakh separatists are owning this little point here. Peasants and separatists. And Russia trying to hold on to it as best as they can. Yep, the Timurids just imploded. Oh, they're at war with Spain. So now on you, if they get completely occupied by Spain, Spain will now be in the Asian area, aside from these islands and stuff like that. But Spain coming in is going to be a major competitor, especially if they take over Japan, or this northern island of Japan. They can then push down actually through Japan and Uchi, and Spain could capture all of Japan. It's not unplausible. Oryat just got a little bit bigger. Wasn't paying attention as to how. Transoxiana is taking over, yep, Chagatai, so now Transoxiana has regrouped all of its stuff. Poland finding a little bit of expansion, same with Austria. Portugal trying to find where to go in Africa. Great Britain finding some places to go. Portuguese South Africa, there they go. Huh. The Algeran are in Africa and Southeast Asia. That's pretty interesting. You don't see that much. What is this? Oh, Korea's now at war with Spain as well. And there we go. Spain now owns this northern part of Japan. So now they can go to war with Japan and push through. They could even try to go for a Korean holding, conquest of this part of Korea, and then try to fight Huan An, or just use it as a base of operations to get into Machu, try to stop Russia. Russia full annexing Kazakh, so now they are completely gone. Norway occupied by the Iroquois. Well, wait just a second. Iroquois occupied by the Netherlands, and the Iroquois are fighting back. Netherlands, Newfoundland, that's Great Britain. So the Iroquois and Great Britain must be in an alliance. That's the only way the Iroquois would be over here in Norway. But the fact that they're holding their own against the Netherlands is pretty... And they just lost it all. Just had to open my mouth, didn't I? Either way, the fact that it's occupied by the Iroquois is pretty funny that a Native American tribe managed to get all the way into Scandinavia. Coming back over to this part of the world, there goes... The Ottomans are at war with Spain now. They own most of Taiwan. They lost this province out to them. So maybe Spain will take control of that and try to push through the area? I don't know. Spain is very, very, very open for possibilities at this point. Morocco going to war with Portugal. Ottomans are at war with Spain, and they're losing ground. Poland versus Tunis. I do not understand how the Netherlands are winning against Newfoundland. That is crazy. The Netherlands are pushing through Newfoundland, and they just tried a naval invasion against Great Britain and almost succeeded. If Netherlands can break Great Britain, that would be insane. And Japan has now taken all of Korea. I missed that entirely. They just completely... Yeah, let's stay focused over here on Ming. There's so much going on in the world now that it's like, oh my god, I have to look at everything. What's going to happen? Because now we have Spain over here in Japan trying to go into China. The Ottomans in Taiwan. Shu fighting these guys. Great Britain on this little tiny island. Russia starting to expand into the Manchu area. Tianshu going after Ava, which they're winning. France buying a province in Manchu. So now France has a little bit of a holding in China as well. So the Europeans taking advantage of the fact that Ming is gone and purchasing out land so that they can eventually... Milan even is over here. So yeah, the Europeans taking full advantage of the fact that China is not united and just buying to help out certain particular factions. Who is Spain at war with? Tunis, the second Spanish conquest of Melilla. Second Spanish conquest. First time didn't go so well. Or Spain, New Granada, and Cochin. So the Ottomans are pretty much just at war with Spain and then Cochin. Don't know how Cochin's associated with Tunis, Morocco, and Ottomans. They're allied to Spain and Japan. And Japan is allied to Cochin, but not Spain. So Spain and Japan fight, very plausible. Lin Jiang is back in the fold. Tianshu got pretty big. Took over Shu finally. Russia's still just expanding. Nothing came about those, the Iroquois. Spain just carpet sieging everything over here, Jesus. Delhi going after Mewar. Surprised Spain didn't take this from them. And Hong Kong as well. It might not be Hong Kong, but that's what I'm going to call it. It's going to be called Hong Kong. Free Hong Kong. Japan fighting some Korean separatists. We might see a rise of my pick again. Korea comes back and just annihilates everybody. I would be ecstatic. Especially being the fact that I picked them and they've been completely destroyed, what, 3 times now? So, I don't know, maybe France can push through Huanan or something. Manchu and Huanan going to war again. So it's Manchu and the Kamchaktalans. So these guys, ooh, they might be able to take something. And then Manchu. Oh, so none of his allies joined in. So it's just him versus Manchu and the Kamchaktals. That should be a pretty interesting fight. Great Britain facing occupied by Min separatists. Not Ming, Min. Delhi getting big in the north of India. Vijayanagar big in the south. Netherlands pushing through the HRE a little bit. Hungary all but destroyed. Same with Wallachia. Krenigov is almost completely gone as well. Russia got another font change. Manchu's now losing ground to Huanhu. So maybe Huanhu can take some of this, or even just in the Korean area, because that's got a lot of development in it right here compared to this. Take some of that good development and then try to maybe attack your old ally, Huayan. Oh, and Huayan joined the war, trying to take the last little bit of the Korean peninsula that they don't own. Japan's still kind of staying to themselves, just trying to fight all these separatists. And then, of course, Spanish Japan. Korea is back in the fold. Hell yeah. Ottomans now control all of Taiwan. Manchu about to be full occupied as soon as they take those last few provinces. And then there should be a peace deal of some sort. Manchu, the once mighty nation, falling hard to the tribunal. Yep, there it goes. And took a lot of them to serve some of the Korean areas. And now they're facing pretender rebels. So falling hard to the Triforce of Chinese nations, the Huanhu, the Taiyan Shui, and the Huanan. Maybe Oryat can make a push, try to get some movement through Russia, push through. A quick moment to look over here. Denmark being occupied by Mecklenburg, so now Mecklenburg's pushing up into Scandinavia, taking points of Sweden. Oh, Venice is very small at this point in the game. Yemen, pretty big. Ethiopia almost completely gone. Hormuz, pretty powerful. We got some Mongol separatists. Might see a Mongol rise again. For Australia. Ooh, and Spain is also taking New Zealand as part of Tierra Austral. The Great Britain taking a lot of the Pacific Islands, same as Spain. So I feel like it's going to be a Great Britain v Spain battle v colonies. You know, all these islands, the Spice Islands, Philippines here, still uninhabited by Europeans. But that's soon to change at any point. Transaxiana occupied by Changtai Khanite separatists, so they're going to have to face another rebellion soon. And Portugal is now in China, so now we have... Ooh, Spain also bought a province over here. So now we have Spain, Milan, the Ottomans, Great Britain, France, Portugal. However, the Ottomans have more land. Spain second, and then England, France, Portugal just now catching up to the fight. So we might see a European battle for China. Also, Transoxiana and Hormuz are at war. So that should be interesting. The Ottomans pushing through this area, trying to claim stuff before Russia has a chance. Cascadia has gotten pretty huge. Pushing into Alaska. They might make it to Alaska before the Russians do. And pushing all through South America. That's going to be a fight between Spain and Portugal for South America. No real scramble for Africa yet that I've seen, but I'm pretty sure it will happen. Right now, I'm pretty sure it's not so much a scramble for China, but more of a like a jog. Everybody's jogging for China. Korea back at war with Japan. See how that works out. See if Japan can retake Korea for the, what, 87th time now? Looks like they got a blockade, but they're not really making any land pushes. Spain with another buy over here, so now they're challenging the Ottomans in China. Spain seeing that it's a... Ooh, they're actually occupying some of this Great Britain territory here. Or no, that's Great Britain. This is Lanhing. And there it goes. Spain now owns it. So Spain seeing the Chinese opportunity and trying to invade. Now there's Wound separatists in Milan's territory. So maybe Spain will start moving through and try to take most of this. Instead of buying it, they'll actually declare and go after some people. These two people fighting. Wounding separatists in France, Portugal, and this little province here. And now it's occupied by Japan. So Japan's at war with Portugal. Cochin being occupied by Huan Hui. And just completely annexed. Oh, Spain's at war with Japan. There we go, the Spanish-Japanese War. And so Spain just gonna probably rampage right through Japan and just take what it can. And yep, boom. Spanish-Japan, right there. Those islands all the way down to here into the mainland. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if Spain tried to push through Uchi, get some quick territory there too. And then... oh, Milan went to war with Huan Hui. Or Huanan, I should say, excuse me. So yeah, Spain trying to take over Japan. And then from there, they'll probably go Korea like the Japanese do. But Spain's got a really big foothold. Or not a foothold, but a really, really big head start against pretty much everyone else in Asia. And the fact that it has its capital away from everyone else, on top of it has super powerful military. It's got all these different provinces. Holy crap. Great Britain is just gone. France and the Netherlands together just absolutely destroyed them and Mecklenburg. Holy crap. So France not even really putting in much. Great Britain just getting completely annexed out by the Netherlands. Or not annexed, but occupied. And now they're pushing through Ireland. Might see a reemergence of Irish miners. Newfoundland, all that. Jesus. Netherlands is powerful. Russia's name getting even bigger. And the Netherlands pieced out. I imagine they took as much gold as they could. But that was still impressive that the Netherlands could just push through England like that. Did not expect that at all. Come on, Spain. Go after Uchi. You don't have a truce with them. You have a ton of colonies. Royal marriages with Naples and Portugal. And have a conquest and all this against a lot of people. Uchi, just sitting here improving relations with Japan, like, yeah, those guys are a bigger threat. Want to team up? And Japan is probably like, no, fuck you. Oryat's getting completely owned by Russia, and there it goes. Russia taking even more territory, leading into China. Oryat getting put back in its place. Russia being the biggest power in this entire area. I think if Russia tried, it could just push all the way through China, if it tried hard enough. If it took them on one by one. The Triforce here is going to be a bit of a trouble. Wuding making an emergence. And there's France again. So France losing out to Wuding separatists, but then buying another province over on the other side of the Boy Sea, or the Bohai Sea. Great Britain being occupied by Brunei, these guys. Spain dealing with some Date separatists, which I imagine is a Japanese minor. Spain owning all of New Zealand now. Great Britain being completely occupied out. The Ottomans over here as well. And Great Britain, I think, has overextended itself a little too much. Sweden going after Denmark, trying to reassert itself. Oryat taking over that Z nation, so now they are completely gone, and Oryat trying to resecure itself without Russian interference. These guys are at war with Uchi. Uchi taking some of their Huanan taking some of their island territories. We'll see how that plays out. If they can get a mainland landing, Huanan might be able to make a push, but then they're pushing themselves closer to Spain. I don't know how I would feel about that. But we are running out of time, so I think that at the first of the year in 1723 is when we're going to call it for this episode. Ming separatists. Ooh, this could be an interesting development. If Ming re-arises after I just completely got rid of it in the beginning, what would happen? What would happen if Ming just re-emerged as a one province and tried to just eat everybody else? And I missed the first of the year. Dang it. I was too busy thinking about Ming re-emergence. Kind of excited to see if that happens. As you know, the whole series of what if Ming didn't exist, but then the re-emergence of Ming. Ming, the revival. Ming, the reborn. Actually, even getting even bigger. Spain's got a lot of rebels to deal with. And that's what happens when you extend yourself out like this. And that's the first of the year. So ladies and gentlemen, we're going to call it there for this episode. I do hope that you have enjoyed. Consider leaving a like, commenting who you think is going to take the place of Ming. Subscribe, and I will catch you guys in the next one.